Hey everybody, Yankee here. As most of you already know, another SHOT Show has already come and gone. And as many of you may know, I already did a video about it, what I thought was best and worst of SHOT Show 2025. But YouTube said that since I used screenshots from actual manufacturers' websites in that video, that I am some sort of evil arms dealer now, that I'm selling guns on the internet, and that can get me a strike. And since I already had 2 strikes that week from some videos I did 10 years ago, I couldn't afford to have that, so I had to take that video down. So I'm going to recover what we were talking about in that video here without using any screen captures from any websites. Now, what I thought was best and worst coming out of SHOT Show this year is going to be different than what a lot of people think. But first I want to cover what I thought was best. And pretty much this year, Smith and Wesson ruled SHOT Show. They came out with a lot of nice new stuff. My list of Smith and Wesson guns I want went from this to this within like a day, because they're putting out a lot of nice stuff. Now, most of it's revolvers, but they are doing some really nice semi-autos. They introduced the M&P 2.0 metal series in a compact size. If you're looking for an all-metal striker-fired gun, the new compact series might just be what you're looking for. These are very nice. I don't usually like M&Ps, but I really like these ones. They look better. I think they're more practical. Just all around, I think these are a better gun than the other ones they put out, and I just really don't like the polymer M&Ps. So I like these a lot better. Another M&P they put out is they are now doing the compensated series guns. Now, these are very nice as well. And these are the metal guns also. These have the aluminum frames now with the compensated slides. Now, neither these nor the ones I mentioned a second ago, the compacts, are actually available in 40 yet, but hopefully soon. Now, the things Smith & Wesson are doing that I think are really nice is their revolvers, because they're releasing a lot of revolvers with no locks. They're doing 432s, 442s. They did a classic series of guns that have no locks now. The classic series before had locks. A lot of people think they didn't, but they did. The classic series now they're doing, I think it's a model 19, a model 36, and it might be a model 10, I'm not sure. But they're doing 3 different series of guns here, all with no locks, and that 36 is absolutely beautiful. That's really close to being my favorite thing coming out of SHOT Show, but there's some other things I like a little better. There's some, like I said, 442s and 432s coming out that have no lock, but they also have upgraded rear sights. Instead of just having a gutter sight in the back, they actually have a removable, replaceable rear sight to go with the removable, replaceable front sight. So you have a lot more sight options on these guns now. Used to be you bought a 432, a 642, any of those things, they had a gutter back sight and the front sight was often part of the barrel. So you really didn't have a lot of options there for sights. These are different. They're updated. They have them in black finishes. They have them in the stainless finish, and the stainless colored aluminum. So you got a lot of variety there. There's even an SOA model that comes with no lock that has that logo on the side. Looks really cool. And since these are 432s and 442s, they're available either in 5 shots of 38 special, or the better choice, 6 rounds of H&R Magnum. So that gives you some options there, along with those upgraded sights. These are really much better guns than the options you've had before. But the one I think stands out as the best is one that I think is going to be the most practical gun. And before we get to the most practical one, there's also some other no-lock guns coming out from Smith & Wesson. And these are bigger guns. They're the Mountain Gun series, both in a 686 Plus and a 629 that also have no locks. So as you can see, Smith & Wesson is killing it. But to get back to what I think is the best gun that they're putting out this year, the best new gun period from SHOT Show, unless another rumor I heard it turns out to be true, but I haven't seen proof of that yet. But right now, the gun that I think was the best new gun introduced at SHOT Show is the new titanium cylindered 432. This is just like the other 432s I was talking about, but it's lighter because it has that titanium cylinder. It's very much like the 360 PD I had, very lightweight. This is only like a half an ounce heavier, maybe 1 ounce heavier than that gun. And this is just a great carry gun. This is the kind of gun you can put in your pocket and you can pull the trigger from in there because there's no exposed hammer, so you don't have to worry about snagging on anything. This is just a great practical deep concealment carry gun with that titanium cylinder, that upgraded sight, and that lack of a lock now. That makes me say that this new 432 titanium cylindered model is the best gun coming out of SHOT Show this year. Now, as far as the worst thing coming out of SHOT Show, well, it's not a particular item or anything like that because, you know, I usually like most things. I like the fact that they exist, even if I don't like them enough to want them. I'm just like, I like to see people being innovative. And often when people are innovative, people are like, that's not how it's always been done. I don't like that. So you create a lot of controversy. There didn't seem to be a lot of controversy this year, not a lot of weird stuff, off the wall stuff. So we didn't hear a lot of that. But one thing that I did hate about SHOT Show this year, the worst thing that came from SHOT Show this year, is the media coverage. This was the first year that I ever noticed that a lot of the videos that were coming from SHOT Show were AI-generated garbage. Just reading off spec sheets for guns. And the videos themselves, the title cards, were very misleading. They usually showed guns that either didn't exist or had nothing to do with what they're talking about. You know, just very clickbaity title cards. And then the videos themselves basically told you nothing, just read a section out of the SHOT Show flyers they gave you and showed pictures sometimes of the right gun, sometimes not even the right gun. I saw one that was talking about the new series of something and they were showing the old gun because the AI had just pulled the pictures from the internet. So that was the worst thing about SHOT Show this year, was all these AI videos with the clickbaity title cards popping up to where you didn't know what was an actual decent video to watch and what wasn't. I had to be very selective about what I watched this year about SHOT Show coverage because most of it was AI garbage, and that was the worst thing about SHOT Show 25 in my opinion. So there you have it. There's my best and worst of SHOT Show 2025. Do you agree with me, or do you think something else was the best and something else was the worst? Let me know in the comments section below, or if you want to tell me in person, come to one of my live chats. We do them every night at 6 p.m., except for Wednesdays when they're at 7 p.m. We cover a specific topic for the first few minutes of the chat, and then it's open chat. So come on over, be part of the conversation. But other than that, like I said, let me know in the comment section below, do you agree with me or disagree with me? What do you think was the best and worst of SHOT Show 25?